Sorry about that. New place, same subject. So the idea is, I suppose, that the soul itself could not admit of its opposite and remain the soul. If its opposite, or the opposite of its essence, which is immortality, is mortality and death, then the soul could not die. It could not actually experience or admit into itself mortality or death, but would have to retreat, as Socrates says. The conclusion, I suppose, being that the soul does retreat. The soul, whose essence is life, could not actually die, but in the presence of death retreats. And we could connect that up with Socrates' original thought, which is that death should be best characterized as a separation of the soul and the body. So, take it for what you will. One could say that the conclusion or the main point of the argument is that when it comes to the form, contradictory forms cannot be changed into each other or mixed together, and that when concrete things, particular things in the world like us, particular persons or other things, when their essential nature is bound up so closely with the form that they participate in, that they themselves cannot admit the opposite, so that they could not become something else themselves, that they retreat. So this is Socrates' final argument for the immortality of the soul, and at this point the dialogue finishes up in a very dramatic way, and we're done with arguments, which is not to say that Socrates has said everything that he thinks needs to be said.